What is going on, people? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to the beat contest. It's finally here. It took me a while to edit and you guys have been pestering me for long enough, so I finally got it done for you guys. Now, it took me a little while to figure out how to work this, but basically what I'm going to do is kind of like a beat battle royale type thing, which basically means that I'll listen to 2 beats, pick the best one, move on to the next 2 beats, pick the best one, and so on until I get through all the submissions. Then all the winners from the first round will make it to the next round, and so on until we get one winner. I just figured that way I can pick several winners and more people can get more free stuff from me. So that's how we're going to work it. Once the winner's announced, I'll tell you exactly what you guys are going to win, and yeah, let's just dive straight into it. Before we do though, make sure you have subscribed to the channel, make sure you smash the notifications bell so you don't miss out on the next beat contest, and yeah, let's dive straight into it. Okay, so the first guy we've got, first submission is from a guy called Hassan Faisal. Okay, so let's go and check this fella out. That was pretty fire. I like that beat. It took way too long to get into it. I almost just clicked off of that because it was taking way too long. Other than that, it was a really cool beat. The mix was fairly clean as well. So let's dive into your opponent, Mr. Hassan. Your opponent is called KAYRIMS. That one was pretty hard as well. Oh, that's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a tough one. I like what you did with the melody. Like the first guy, it sounded like you just used the melody, did nothing to it, and then just added a couple of other melodies to it and then put the drums in. This guy kind of chopped up the melody. Sounds like he's pitched it up a little bit, added a couple of effects. If I was to choose one, I think I'm gonna have to go with the second guy, KAYRIMS, well done. I'm gonna write your name down. So let's move on to the next duo of beat submission. We've got a guy called Broke Rolex, Beats and More. Let's check out this fella.
Rolex.
That was hard. Drums came in nicely. Again, it didn't wait too long for the drums to come in, which is perfect. And you added a few other different elements to the melody that I gave you, and you've chopped that melody up, which is really good. So that's cool. That's a good submission. Well done. Okay, let's check out your opponent, who is called LLB. Hard. That was very hard. I wasn't expecting that. Very good points with the mix. Like the drums were very clean. I like the drums to sit quite heavy on top of the melody, which is spot on. So I think out of those two, now I'm really just going on like the beat being like a pleasure to listen to. I'm not going off of it being technically right or anything like that. It just needs to be a solid beat. So I think for that beat, I'm gonna go with LLB. You did really well on that one. So well done for that, my friend. Next pairing we've got is a guy called Saint Xiri. I think that's how you say it. Versus Maxim. So let's check out Saint Xiri, see what you've got, my friend. solid beat. Mix was clean. That bass had a little bit too much distortion on it for me, but that's just personal. I like that little subtle reverse effect that you put on the melody. Kind of like switched it up a little bit, give it a nice little, I don't know, give it a different kind of vibe. So you know, it's a solid beat. I'd listen to it, but it wasn't like very unique. So let's check out your opponent, Maxim. Very similar. It wasn't mixed as well, it just sounded a bit muddy. Yeah, again, like the drums, very sort of standard trappy kind of bounce to it. Both beats very sort of, you know, standard in terms of, you know, there's not really much creativity to it. I'm gonna have to give the winner of that round to Saint Zuri. Well done, my friend. Let's move on to the next duo of beats. So we've got a guy called Simon Flaws, I think it is. Simon Flaws, and he is going up against Tanoshi Dominic. Woo! That was pretty dope. Like, I like that bass line. That 808 sounds a little bit different to what I'd normally hear, which is good. Mix was clean, drums were fairly clean. I like that glitchy effect you put on the hi-hats, that gave it a bit of a unique bounce. And the melody didn't sound like he did a lot to it. I'm just really looking for a bit more creativity with the sample. When I said it was like a sample contest, I didn't want you to just use the sample. You know, you feel free to half speed it, reverse it, chop it up, speed it up, do whatever you want to it. Next person we've got Tanoshi Dominic, who's up next. Let's see if you can beat Simon. I like that one, that was pretty dope. That one had a bit more unique vibe to it, especially that intro, sort of, I don't know how you managed to put that little swing effect on the melody, but that sounded pretty dope. Of the two, I'm going to give that to you, Mr. Tanoshi. Yeah, Mr. Tanoshi, you win that round. Awesome. Next round, we have got a guy called Ghost and a guy called XDROPZZZ. Both of these guys have been on the channel before on the beat critique video, so you guys better bring some fire. Mr. Ghost, let's listen to you first. That is the beat right there. That was a nice beat. That's what I'm talking about with changing the melody up. Like, did you hear how like different that sounded to the original melody? Slowed down, bit of reverb. I don't even know how you messed around with the keys, because the keys went in the same order as the one that I posted for you to download. Very well done. Let's see how Mr. XDROPZZZ gets on against you, my friend.
Ayo, X, drop that.
That was clean. Like, that was a hard beat. Drums gave it a nice bounce, and I think that hi-hat just gave it a bit of a different vibe to it as well. That was a tough one for you, XDROPZZZ, sorry, because Ghost had a really good beat that he submitted. I think I'm gonna have to give it to Ghost, just because he added a lot of different variations to that melody. Doesn't sound like he did too much with the melody that I submitted for you guys to use. So Ghost, you are through to the next round. Now we've got a guy called Noah versus KAYRIMS. So let's check out this guy's beat first. Oh, That was a bit in your face, maybe a little bit too much. A very busy beat, a very busy beat. It all just sort of came in at once. I think the levels were a bit similar for every sound, so there was nothing to really pay attention to. So like the melody was loud, then the hi-hats were loud, and the clap was loud, and everything just seemed to hit all at once, which isn't very pleasing to the ear. I can see where you were going with it. There's a lot of different elements into it. You just need to work on your mixing if you're going to do something like that. Let's check out the next guy who you were up against, Mr. KAYRIMS. Let's check out your beat. That was very hard. I didn't even expect that kind of intro. That's a really different kind of intro, but it worked. For that round, that one's going to you, KAYRIMS. Well done. Let's move on to the next round. Next two people we've got is TC versus Owen. Let's check out TC's first. That was cool. That's a different vibe to the other ones, to be fair. That was quite cool. Hi-hats had a nice bounce to them. They're not the standard trap hi-hats that you normally get, which is pretty cool. Let's check out your opposition, Mr. Owen. That was completely different to what I was expecting. That was nice. It sounded pretty cool though. It was really unique. Out of the two, if I was to listen to one, I'd probably take TC's beat over that one. TC, you're going through to the next round, my friend. Next up, we've got a guy called ELIGOTBEATZ versus LINUS, or Linus. Don't know how to say that. Let's listen to ELIGOTBEATZ first. Not key, I don't know about that one. The melody was okay, you didn't do too much to it, you just used the standard melody at the beginning then chopped it up. Just work on the mixing, maybe just turn up the 808 a little bit. Let's move on to the next one, Mr. LINUS. Let's see if he can beat ELIGOTBEATZ. Very nice. That was a really good beat, which compared to ELIGOTBEATZ, I think I'm going to pick you as the winner of that round. So well done, Mr. Linus. Just fix your intros, and the rest of you guys stop doing long intros. Short intros are better intros, trust me. Now we've got the guy who came up with this idea, Mr. BEATBYYS versus JARO. So let's check out BEATBYYS first, then we'll listen to JARO. Nice, nice. I only needed to listen to 20 seconds of that beat. The drums had come in and I already liked the beat. There's the difference. That's a really good beat. Different kind of vibe to what we've been listening to so far, which is really, really good. Very spot on. Well done, BEATBYYS. Let's check out JARO and see how you got on. I thought BEATBYYS had that round, but that was really good. I love that counter melody that you just put in. I don't even know what you did with it. It's like some kind of bell synthy pad type of sound. I think I'm gonna have to give it to JARO. I'm sorry BEATBYYS, but I have to be unbiased. That was a really, really solid beat. Yeah, JARO, it's gotta be JARO. Okay, next up we've got PRODBYYUNGLK versus FWTV. So let's check out PRODBYYUNGLK. Nice, nice, like that flute melody, the classic Beethoven chant. So yeah, very solid beat, very solid beat. Let's check out FWTV, see if you can bring anything even better than that. Hard beat. I like that beat a lot. The bass sounded out of key in one bit, but other than that, that was a hard beat. So of the two, if I was to listen to both of them, I'd probably take this one. So FWTV, well done my friend, you are through to the next round. Next up we've got DONNY HOLMAN versus PRODBYYUNGLK. Hard drums, that snare hit a little bit too hard, it kind of hurt my ears a little bit. It might be just too many high frequencies in there. Let's check out Mr. PRODBYYUNGLK. Very nice, very nice. Mix was a little bit dry, a little bit flat, but I really like that counter melody you put in. It's like a kind of pad, like very subtle in the background, but it gave it a different vibe, which was cool. Of the two though, I think I'm gonna have to go with, I'll go with you. I'll give you PRODBYYUNGLK, you win that one, just because it sounded like you put a bit more effort into the melody and the drums had a different bounce to them. Next up, we have got a guy called Laslan, I think that's how you say it, versus Ennis. Very good, but it took way too long to get into it again. That took 40 seconds to get into the beat. That's about a third of the beat it took for you to get the actual beat going. Let's check out your opponent, Ennis. Hard beat, 20 seconds, and we were already halfway through the first 8 bar with the drums with the whole beat. Solid beat, but very good. I'm gonna give that round to you just because that beat took way too long to get into it. So Ennis, you win that round from me. You are going through to the next round. Next up, we got a guy called Matt Yu. Very nice melody. Unfortunately, again, it's taken way too long to get into the beat. Okay, so let's check out Mr. Purple Beats and see how you fare against my guy.
It's purple.
That was hard. Like, I like the little chop, that boom, boom, that give it a cool little intro. I think of the two, I'm sorry Matt Yu, but I think of the two, I'm gonna have to give that to Purple. Let's see who we've got next. Okay, that's in foreign, so I don't know how to say that. Looks like Nutr versus C. So let's check out the first one. Very nice. I like that wavy ambient vibe to it. Very, very cool vibe. Kind of different to the other like wavy vibes that we've heard so far. And he didn't go with the standard hi-hats, which is really good. Like a lot of people so far have just gone with the at least some kind of hi-hat in there. You haven't really used them that far in the beat, which is cool to give it a different kind of bounce to it. So well done. Let's check out C Nuva.
Turn that shit up.
Pretty hard, I like that. Got a different vibe to it. Like, it's kind of got that metro vibe, obviously. Very good beat. I think of the two though, I'm gonna have to give it to the first guy just because it was a completely different vibe to what we've had so far, and that's what you want to get. You want to get something that sounds a bit more unique. So well done, Mr. Nert. I don't even know how to say that. So well done. Let's check out the next people. See, there's a lot of submissions, guys. Next up, we've got a guy called TRE. Let's check out your submission. You're going against Joshua. Very nice, very nice. Do you know what? I didn't even think that was my sample that you'd used in that beat, which is like awesome. That's exactly what you're looking for. You want something that sounds completely different. Let's check out your opponent is Joshua. Cool sound selection, but you didn't do much with the melody that I submitted. So for that reason, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to give it to TRE. Well done. You're going on the winners list, TRE. Well done. Okay, so next up we have got OJ Beats versus Filtered. Let's check you out, my friend.
OJ, I got the juice.
very, very hard. I like that. That's cool. That's a completely different vibe again. You guys have got some really good takes on genres. It's really good. Let's check out Filter. Pretty cool. I like that spacey vibe to it. That vocal sample had a cool like reverb on there. Really slowed down the vibe with the sample that I submitted. But I think of the two, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to go with OJBeatz. That was a really nice like bouncy summer vibe. Okay, so the last duo, the last little beat battle royale that we've got in this round is a guy called LEROI MESSI versus Vapor. Very nice, very nice. Drums have got a cool bounce to them. I like that piano. That kind of sounded similar to 21 Savage X, you know, when he brings that dark like piano melody comes in. It sounded really cool. But anyway, that sounded dope. Last but not least, let's check out Vapor. See how you get on against Mr. LEROI. Cool, I like that vibe to it. The sounds were very different to what we've heard so far. Not the standard trap sounds, not that little lo-fi sounds, so that was pretty cool. Some unique sounds in there. I think of the two, you know, you've put a different vibe out again, so I think I'm going to give that one to Vapor. So well done, Mr. Vapor. You are the last person to join the winners list. Okay, so that's all for this video. It's been a very long video. I do apologise, but there's been a ton of submissions. In the next video, we're going to do the exact same thing. So we're going to face everybody off against each other, work our way through the list until we have 2 finalists, and then we will pick the grand winner. Okay, so look out for the video. I will drop that tomorrow or the day after. Peace.